Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Ah, shoot, man. I might have died.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
I might get it this weekend, bro. Oh, yeah, I don't like this play, bro.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Bruce Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. But you look at this Bronco defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
They didn't let me put that
complete. And they work this right field across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's Drew Sanders who diagnosed that play and stopped him short of the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, 626.
Ball again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Broncos are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up. And we'll break that one soon.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Here's Nix. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question, because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Well, here's a fake on the Jets sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Greg Dulcich, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Rodgers now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. First down, here's Estime. Down to about the 45.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2nd down and 8. Nix to the air. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now it's Nix. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
To throw is Rodgers. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Jamie and Sherwood there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. They'll roll him out right. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. But that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the out.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one. And the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jermaine Johnson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range. They had to settle for 3.
Yeah, I mean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Is there like 2 points in there?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
Yeah,
So
I gotta get my haircut in a minute.
we step aside.
Mark it now.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
I said I know.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
12.
Alan Lazard, 50 yards. And the Jets have cut it back within a score.
Yeah.
Oh, this is blocked. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Denver offense has the line ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. This is 2nd and 8. To throw. Here's Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Throwing Nix. Eluding the pressure right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. To throw is Nix. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down.
Yeah, it is 10-something.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming.
20 minutes away.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
It's only 10-something? I'm thinking it's like almost 11.
3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun. Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he's got it inside the 10.
Don't get it, Sutton.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent comp.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
I'm gonna get 2K, bro. I'm letting all the meta come out and all that stuff there and get my bill right, so I ain't gotta spend that much money.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Go get him.
That is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this
Naked
down?
booty.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers going to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And again, it's Rodgers.
Oh,
This
take
will
the
be
ball.
incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well. But this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The wheels on the bus.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he loses the football a second time. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now Rodgers. That is caught. It's Williams. Gets around him. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 53 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. Flushed out right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but It shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Straight ahead, Estime. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That good for 19 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Nix. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Sutton gets past the sticks, and that play reminds us of the potential that he has and the production that he's given in the past, something he's certainly hoping to get back to this season.
They'll hand it to Estime. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Estime. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Mims in motion left. Nick's going to tap this forward. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. In motion goes the tight end. Williams. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
Running right, here's Estime. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there.
You cannot have running backs who fumble the football, son. You fumble my football, you go to the bench.
Extend their lead.
You fumble my football, you go to the bench.
Lutz will look to add the extra point.
You fumble my football,
and
you run a mile.
Guys will take a 10-point lead.
Mo! Mo!
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Unable to corral him. He fights.
Mo!
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard
Mo!
line.
Hey! What's up with you?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A quick throw there out to Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive. And they're off to a fast start here.
A give running right is Hall. Shrugs him off. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Pick it!
And he'll be hit as he
Pick it!
and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there.
Pick it!
50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Rodgers.
Go get him!
Brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Ah!
Baron Browning buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
Let's get it!
Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll try the left side with Estime. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Here's Nix. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Marvin Mims, 44 yards. And the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it looks like the defense has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Eluding the
go get him.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Hey, baby.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man.
How is it happening?
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section. A heck of a...
Go.
Get there and take him down. Baron Browning able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one.
Oh, yeah, Rodgers. Missed for me one time.
Try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage
What's
of the
up,
game,
baby
in
girl?
the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
We'll take it inside the 25.
Oh, baby girl. Yo, what happened? Nothing happened. It's all good. Baby girl. Say hi.